So as you can see, we're baking a cake. It's box cake time. You will need the cake mix, 1 1/4 cups water, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 4 eggs. Does that say egg whites? Oh no, we're not using 4 egg whites. We're using 4 regular eggs. Hopefully this comes out okay. Clearly I'm not starting off on camera. You can't see my face, which means I'm not camera ready. And I wanted to bake a cake. Today is Monday, and those of you who live where I live know what it means. With a certain bakery around town, there's a bakery called Dewey's, and on Monday they do free cake squares. Well, I was like, why buy a cake square when I have white cake mix at home? Because I always get white on whites, like Nelly says.
I like the all white hot top strap with the bum bum.
And the song, he like his white on whites. Give me 2 per, I need 2 per. Anyway.
I said, give me 2 per, I need 2 per.
Air Force Ones is the song, and he says he likes his white on white, and that's how I like my Dewey's cake squares, white on white when I go. I'm rambling. Okay, so I have my box cake mix in the bowl. Now I'm going to add my milk and my eggs, and we need, like I said, it calls for water, but a box cake mix hack is wherever it calls for water, use milk instead. Okay, so we're gonna put 1 1/4 cups in. One cup, and we're gonna eyeball 1/4 cup there. And then it calls for a 1/2 cup vegetable oil, 1/2 cup vegetable oil. Another hack is where it calls for oil, you could use butter, but really vegetable oil really does make a cake very, very moist. Now, I would never, ever, ever say to crack an egg over your cake, and I'm not gonna do it now. Let me crack these eggs off camera, and you're gonna see me put them in. Wow. I have my 4 eggs here. Another hack is if it calls for 3 eggs, add 4. If it calls for 4, add 5. Essentially, you're just adding 1 more egg than it calls for in the recipe. And just like that, I could stop there, mix the cake, and it would all be done. But no, no, no. You know I have to add a little extra. I have some pure vanilla extract that we're gonna put in. And straight gangster, not even measuring, just let the spirit lead me. Some cream bouquet. If you watch Beautiful 2 Creations with Donna, she calls it bakery in a bottle. Let's do, that's about a teaspoon. I'm gonna add some butter extract. Again, just eyeballing it here, about a teaspoon there. And I'm going to add some almond extract. Did I call the butter extract almond? The previous one was butter extract. This is my almond extract. Okay, about a teaspoon there. And I'm gonna take the spatula and mix. Not even gonna pull out the hand mix. Well, I don't have a hand mixer anymore. I blew that one out. Not even gonna pull out the stand mixer here. I'm gonna do this with the spatula. The great thing is about box cakes is that you can do it all by hand. Doesn't require a whole lot. Box cakes are designed to be moist. They're designed that way if you just follow the directions as it states on the box. And every now and then a box cake comes through. I didn't feel like letting butter and milk and cream cheese sit out to get room temperature. I didn't have time for all of that. Well, actually I do have a little time for that, but I don't feel like that. The cake would take like an hour and a half to cook. Then I would have to let it dry. Then I would have to let it cool. Nobody has time for that. Sometimes you just need your good old box cake. It comes in clutch. And I'm be honest, it still has a few lumps and bumps in it. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, I've mixed my cake. Let me get my pan ready. I'm using my small bundt pan. This is the pan that I use to bake my box cakes. I'm going to spray it. I have my Food Lion baking spray. Make sure I spray that thoroughly. Now, if I were doing a scratch cake, I would also bounce some flour around in there. But this is low stakes. This box mix literally costs like maybe $1. And if a little bit of it sticks, hey, that's okay too. All right, so let's go ahead and get our cake mix in. Oh no, it went down the hole. Yikes. Okay, so I'm cleaning out the part that dropped down the middle. Let's get the air bubbles out. And we're gonna plop her in the oven. The oven has been set to 350 degrees. And it says to bake to pan 39 to 43 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna let this bake for about 35 minutes or so. The cake is out of the oven and I let it bake for 35 minutes, and I'm gonna take my fork and test it. And if the fork comes out clean, yeah, that's done. You can use a fork, a toothpick, a skewer, whatever the case may be. That is definitely ready. So we're going to allow our cake to cool for about 15-20 minutes. I want it to be completely cool. We might as well stay on the quick, simple, and easy train. I have some Pillsbury Creamy Supreme White that I will use to drizzle on the cake, and then we will be ready to cut the cake. The cake is all cool, and as you can see, I had it on my cooling rack. Now it's time to flip. Remember, I did not put any flour in this pan. But we didn't need it. Just a little bit of stickage. That means I didn't spray it well enough there, but that's okay. That's our cake. Simple and quick. Now I'm going to drizzle the cake. The Creamy Supreme white frosting. I'm not gonna use all of it because this is a lot of frosting in there and it just doesn't require that much. I microwave the icing for 30 seconds. All right, here we go. And I'm just going to do a light drizzle here. I probably should have stirred it first. Clearly, y'all see I'm just living life on the edge tonight. Okay. And that's all we're going to do for tonight. I think that is plenty. Actually, let's put a little bit more right there. Okay. And maybe there. Okay. And right there. Okay. Okay, I'm done for real, I promise. Shout out to my best friend who gave me all of these icings. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. Now don't get it twisted. I can make my own icing, and of course we all know I can make something from scratch, but sometimes you just don't feel like it, and that's okay to not feel like it. Y'all know I usually get real jazzy, pull out the nice sophisticated plate and use a real fork or whatever to eat it. Not tonight. We're going straight plastic and styrofoam. Oh wow, that's pretty. Can y'all see that? It's actually quite pretty. I'm gonna stick that on the plate there. And it's still got a little warmth to it. All right, so if you look at that, if you look quickly, you might think it was scratch. Not really. I can always tell a scratch from a box, but you know what I don't hate? Because I appreciate both. Okay, so Lord bless this cake I'm about to receive. In your name I pray, amen. Here we go. White cake with white icing.
I like the old white hot top strap with the gum bottom.
Exactly what I wanted. Now, is it a Dewey's Cake Square? Absolutely not. But is it hitting the spot? Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of this off camera and just give you a closer look at the cake. This is a great value white cake. It called for egg whites. I use the regular eggs. Something quick and simple. If you are in need of a cake fix and you don't feel like doing all the things, there is no shame in baking a box cake. And there are many ways that you can elevate a box cake so that it doesn't taste so boxy. But like I said, add a few extracts, add some milk, maybe sour cream or heavy cream, add an extra egg. There are just many ways that you can elevate a box cake, or you can make it as is. It's designed to be moist and flavorful. All right. We are done with that. So I thank you for just spending a little bit of your time here with me today. Again, my name is Ashley Richardson, and that's Miss Richardson to you if you are a student watching. And oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Like the video. Y'all know y'all like box cake. Don't act like y'all don't have no Pillsbury and Duncan Hines and Great Value and all the other things in your pantry. Y'all know y'all like box cake. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Come on back for some other videos. Leave a comment down below. It pushes me through the algorithm. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Bye.
I'm going to say, remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, look at me and say it. Go.
Okay.
Look at mommy.
Remember,
Look at mommy.
remember to like, comment,